Okay, today we have Paldo Bibimbap Korean style spicy cold noodles. I've never had this before. This will be my first time. I'm very excited. I've always spotted this on the shelf. I finally took the plunge and bought some. And I didn't even realize they were cold noodles until I bought it and started researching it. So these come in packs of 5 and it's £4.80 for 5, which means it's 96p per packet, which is pretty cheap actually, quite a bit cheaper than the Samyang Korean noodles. So Paldo is a Korean noodle company. It turns out from researching this that bibimbap was created in 1984. So that makes this older than Shin Ramyun. This is such an old noodle. And there must be something about it that's kept it around for that long. So I have a feeling this is going to be really, really good. Very, very, very excited. Okay, let's start by looking at the packaging. Oh, I really love it. I love all of this stuff. It's exactly what you think when someone says cold noodles. It's this type of packaging, I think, that you kind of expect. I'm not really sure about the typography. That's not really my favorite. And I think most of the rest of it is a bit forgettable, but this blue stuff is brilliant. That's what really always catches my eye. There's so many of these noodle packets that are just red or black, you know, and you just don't really get anything like this. I really think the packaging is pretty wonderful. It says fun and yum, so let's hope it is fun and yum. Okay, serving suggestion looks good. It says instant noodles, sweet and spicy. Okay, let's see if it lives up to that. Let's start with the energy. So, per 100 grams again. So 418 calories per 100 grams. This is 130 grams. Someone can work that out. Let's have a little look at the ingredients here. So I'm going to ignore the noodles. I'll start with the seasoning. Okay, sugar, water, chili pepper, soy sauce, salt, vinegar, garlic, red chili paste, apple concentrate, sesame oil, blah, 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 mustard powder, flavor enhancer, onion extract, yeast extract thickener, and then some colors. Yeah, seaweed, sesame, spicy seasoning. Right, okay. So yeah, I'm expecting this to be all sorts of different spices and garlic. I'm expecting it to be, quite interesting with the sesame and the mustard. I hope all of that stuff comes through. Yeah, it should be good. And actually, obviously, it says sugar as the #1 ingredient in the seasoning, so I am expecting this to be sweet. Okay, cooking direction. This looks great. I love it. Okay, cooking instruction. Put the noodles into 500 ml of boiling water. Let simmer for 3 minutes till the noodles are tender. Drain the noodles and rinse with cold water. Mix the cold noodles with the seasoning mix and stir well. Okay, I think I can do that. Let's go inside. Okay. All right. The first thing I'm struck with is these noodles are very, very thin. Really thin. So I did notice that it was only a 3-minute cooking time on this. And yeah, I wouldn't want to cook those any longer, just judging by the look of them. Look at this packet. Wow. Absolutely love the branding on that. It just looks so good. It's like going back in time, isn't it? Feels like I've gone to the 80s. Okay, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to try tearing it. Okay. Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of sugar in this just by the consistency. It looks a bit like syrup. Okay, I'm smelling something. Okay, I'm getting soy and kind of smells of Marmite, yeasty, sort of fermenty yeasty. It's a bit sort of malty and yeasty. That's kind of what I'm smelling. Doesn't smell particularly spicy at this point. Doesn't smell particularly oniony or anything like that. But it looks like it's going to be good. I'm excited to try this. Really simple then inside. So all we've got is that packet and the noodles. I think this should be really straightforward to cook up. So yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, that's it cooked up now. I've rinsed them in cold water and put them in the bowl. So they should no longer be cooking, those really thin noodles. And I'm quite glad they're not cooking anymore because, you know, I really like my noodles to be quite bouncy and chewy. The thing that's exciting me the most about this is by making them cold and rinsing all of that water, the hot water off after you've cooked them, is it going to be a different texture? Is it going to be chewier and bouncier than you would normally expect? So that's what I'm really excited about. The noodles actually look pretty good at the moment, but let's pour in the sauce and think this is going to transform it. Wow. Whoa. Extremely pungent now. I'm sort of, that sort of miso kind of pungency. That's what I'm getting. Mmm. Okay, that's it mixed in. I'm just going to smell this. Whoa. Yeah, it's really pungent. It is a sort of a fermented smell. Like miso was the first thing that came to my mind, but it might not be that type of flavor. Oddly sort of, I'm smelling the seaweed. I can see the bits of seaweed here. Yeah, there is seaweed in this. Yeah, so those little bits are seaweed. I was definitely smelling that there. It's funny how those tiny little things do impart an aroma on the finished dish. Okay. And the noodles, I don't know if it's just the way I've stirred them, but they're pretty tangled. Like I could eat this, I'm not joking, in one bite. If I tried hard enough. But yeah, I'll be able to get a bite-sized piece of this and try it out. Wow. Oh my goodness. So spicy. It's chili heat. Really unusual to have a cold noodle with that searing chili heat. I absolutely love that. I love that kind of shock of having a cold noodle. It makes my brain, it just hurts my brain. It makes me confused. The first flavor I got was sugar, just sort of real sweetness as soon as I put it in my mouth. I always find with these spicy noodles, the second bite is where I get all the flavor. So let's see what this is like. Yep. It's still just sweet and spicy. It's well seasoned, a little bit salty, a little bit garlicky. Wow, really enjoying this. I actually can't believe I've never had a cold noodle before until now. I feel like I've been missing out my whole life. Wow, that was really, really, really nice. I think the noodles were nice and bouncy and chewy, even though they were completely, really, really thin. You would expect them to be overcooked in almost any noodle dish. It's really similar thickness to what you get in the demi ramen. I remember really being annoyed at how overcooked they ended up last time I had them. So let's have a little think about this overall. In terms of the price and the quality for what you get, 96p per packet, and the quality of pretty much everything there. Great packaging. The noodles were lovely and bouncy, thinner than I would usually go for, but exactly the texture that I wanted. Really, really nice. The flavor, spicy and sweet, but I think because it was cold, for some reason the spiciness it wasn't overwhelming. It was really, really, really sort of addictive, actually. You have one bite and you just have to go in and have another one. I could really see myself eating a lot of that. That was really nice. So yeah, in terms of the quality, couldn't fault the noodles. The flavor was good. I don't think the flavor was anything particularly unusual or special. Pretty standard Korean flavors, but nice and sweet. But the quality of it was excellent. you know, from the noodles to the flavor to the packaging. And considering it was 96p, which is cheaper than most of the other Korean noodles, I think was great. I'm quite happy with that. So in terms of how often I would get this, I think that's blown my mind a bit. I'm not sure I really had a slot in my rotation for cold noodles until now. And I've just realized, looking at the serving suggestion, this would be amazing with little toppings, little pickles and things, crunchy veg. I think that would be beautiful. Yeah, I think I could have this very frequently. I'm not sure I would particularly want to eat it every day, like some of the other noodles that I've had that I would just completely eat every single day. You know, leave me on a desert island with just a mountain of those noodles and I'll be happy. I think I could see myself getting sick of it if I had it every single day, but I don't think I would have a problem having it every other day. Honestly, that was really, really nice. And I'm kind of left thinking, if I wouldn't have it every day, it's probably not 5 stars like the Samyang Buldak and, you know, the Prima Taste Ramyeon. But this does not feel like a 3. This feels like something that I've been waiting for my whole life. And I think now that I've had it, I'm going to be craving this for the rest of my life. Which immediately makes me think, in the same way that I dream about chapaghetti, when I get a craving for chapaghetti, I have to have it. And I think I'm going to be craving this. So yeah, that was amazing. That was a revelation. And that's 4 out of 5 for me.